What's going on, guys? This is Titan AKT. If you're only following me on social media and social media only, in this video I'm going to go over what I think is going to happen with the stock market tomorrow, some plays that we did in the Discord group today, another play that I am looking at tomorrow, crypto, Bitcoin, all that fun stuff. We're going to go over it real quick. So if you're interested in that kind of content, if you like that kind of content, leave a like, subscribe, comment below any stock that you may be interested in. Even if it's crypto, I also go over crypto as well. Have no problem going over crypto. And without further ado, let's get right to it. All right, so if you paid attention to my last video, I pointed out on the SPY that there was an inverse head and shoulders pattern on the daily chart on the SPY, and that we can either see some consolidation, a slight pullback in the morning, and then maybe a continuation up. And we got that. We didn't get exactly consolidation. It was a little weird at the beginning. We did get a slight pullback in a lot of stocks, but overall the head and shoulders pattern came through, guys. So congratulations if you did a play on the SPY, maybe a call on the SPY. You should be up right now, but we are at a wall. Okay, we are at a wall on the SPY, which is no surprise. We are in pretty deep territory as far as the SPY goes. Now, do I think we can see new highs? I absolutely do think we can see that, but I don't think it's going to come tomorrow. Okay, that's a huge move anyway on the SPY. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some turbulence and a potential pullback. And if we look at the 4-hour chart, we can see that wall much more clearly that I drew out. As you guys can see, it's pretty strong. Back here we had touch support and resistance and things like that. And yeah, so we have a lot of volume kicking in, trying to push this thing further. But I do think we're going to see a pullback, and we could get it in the pre-market. We can get it in the after hours as well. So we may get that pullback sometime during the after hours or pre-market, maybe tomorrow morning, and then we see another move towards the upside right now. But 450 was an important level to break. If we can get past that 451 range, we could be in the clear heading towards that 450, 455. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Again, we are at a wall, so don't be surprised if we have some type of pullback tomorrow morning, or we may have a pullback all day tomorrow. Okay, yeah, so that's what my thoughts on tomorrow. We could see some slight red in the market and then a continuation up. So short term, I am kind of bearish, but overall, I'm really bullish on the overall SPY and market. So don't panic. I still think we have plenty of room to the upside, and I still think we got a bit ways to go. Okay, so first play I want to get into is Roblox. Okay, so today we closed out Roblox. If you follow my last video, I did say we are in Roblox, and my target was 79. We killed it. It hit 79. We were out of there. Okay, so very good play. Congratulations if you got in on that play. I also said if you're interested in that play, you want to jump in on it. This was like when it was at 76. To feel free to jump on it. So if you got in on that play, congratulations. That was easy money. It was like $100 per contract profit wise. So congratulations on that. Roblox, easy money right there. And if you guys want to check it out, soon as the market opened, we pretty much closed out on Roblox because it was already at our target. So I don't know where I closed it at, but yeah, okay, that was yesterday. Roblox, there we go. Closing Roblox and $119 in profit off of Roblox. Okay, so that was one contract I had. I wasn't like deep into Roblox because I wasn't expecting a huge move. And yeah, so I was playing it safe on that play. We did a November 19th call on that. So definitely happy about that play. And yeah, so anyway, our next play was Snapchat. Now, Snapchat has earnings Thursday, I think. Yes, Thursday. I don't know why I didn't put in a ticker symbol. It's just Snap. It's not like... But yeah, so we did Snapchat. That was clean, very, very clean. We got in on Snapchat. We originally had 2 contracts. I originally put out or signaled 2 contracts on Snapchat. Sorry, I meant to erase a lot of these lines, but whatever. But we got in on Snapchat pretty early, and like I've been saying, I do think Snapchat is going to beat earnings. I just don't see why it wouldn't beat earnings. But I'm not simply basing it off earnings. I was liking what I was seeing on Snapchat, and I still do like what I'm seeing on Snapchat, okay? So if you paid attention to my last video, I did say that we can see a potential move towards this left shoulder here in order to form an inverse head and shoulders pattern, okay? Now, keep in mind, head and shoulders patterns are never going to be perfect. However, we are forming a flag here, which could be potentially scary, but a flag isn't a flag. This is my rule. I don't know if other traders follow this rule or whatever, but one of my rules is it needs to 3 touches to the bottom in order to be a legit flag, okay? 3 touches to the bottom, 3 touches to the top in order for it to be a legit flag. So, yeah, so Snapchat's really good. We are up and very nice on Snapchat. I even alerted to get back in on Snapchat at around, it was like 70 when it when it dropped down to $75 range. I even said I'm adding another contract to the Snap contract, and this was around $75, very low 75. And immediately, like 3-5 minutes later, Snapchat just flies up all the way to $78. So congratulations on that play for members who took that play, and also congratulations if you decided to take that play and you followed the last video. It was a very good play. We're still in it. I'm still in it. So I plan on holding it until we get to the day of earnings, and then most likely I will close right before earnings. It all depends on how it goes, but I do think we could see a move higher on Snapchat, okay? And that 80 wall is very tough, okay? So I'm hoping for that $80 break sometime soon. If we can get it before earnings, that's fine. But if anything, I'm going to trim off the contracts and collect profit, and then maybe hold 1 contract during earnings, just for a YOLO play, okay? Next, what's next? Apple. I'm loving Apple right now. We entered Apple at an amazing target, amazing entry. What's going on? Yeah, there we go. We entered Apple at an amazing target, amazing entry. I absolutely loved it. So we got into Apple around, we originally got into Apple around this range here, around 46. Come on, there we go. So we got into Apple originally around here, and then once I saw Apple start to take off, I saw this big candle, and the volume wasn't there. That was a little weird for me, but I was just like, you know what? I'm going to play this play not only based off my thoughts on Apple and a technical analysis, but off of historical events. And sorry about the beeping, but off of historical events. And historically, Apple runs towards earnings, and they do have earnings, I believe, October 28th next week. So be on the lookout for that. Apple does typically run towards earnings. Why? Because it's Apple. No one really thinks Apple is ever going to fail earnings, and like 99% of the time they beat earnings. So it's a no-brainer. It's, buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. And not only that, Apple broke out right here as well. So was really liking it. I saw the volume on the 4-hour chart, and I'm liking it for a long play. Okay, so we could see some turbulence ahead, but overall I am very bullish on Apple heading into earnings. I don't see why they wouldn't be earnings. It's Apple, they always be earnings. So yeah. All right, so, and not only that, but Apple typically, when earnings is coming out, Apple actually seems to ignore the market, whether it's up or down. Apple just does its own thing. So yeah. All right, so really liking Apple, and I can even show you the play we did as well. Let me get to that. So still holding Apple. As you guys can see, we were up. I was up. If the members followed my exact play, then they should be up. But I did about 4 contracts. I did alert 2 contracts, but yeah, I ended up buying more actually. So $310 in profit so far. It's probably down a little bit, but overall profit is profit. It should be like high 200s or something like that. And as you can see, we started off and right away it took off. So did a trade alert, Apple, October 29 buy call, 150 strike plus 2 contracts. And when was this? This is not the right time. This is not the right time. But if you look at the time, 6:40 a.m. and then literally like 20 minutes later, 25 minutes later or so, boom, up $100 already in Apple. And then later on that day, boom, $300. Like 2-3 hours later, $300. So yeah, easy money. Don't sleep on me. I do this, okay? And yes, that is me patting myself on the back. That was just easy money right there. And we're gonna hold on. I'm planning on holding on to Apple. So I plan on holding on to Apple till earnings. I do let my members know that, hey, collect profit if you want to. It is completely your goal, your decision, your goal, your strategy. You decide when to close. But if you want to follow me, feel free to follow me, okay? But overall, really liking Apple. Next was Mara. Now Mara, I did close out early and I did make a mistake on Mara. So I think in my last video I was talking about Mara and I made a huge mistake on Mara. Okay, so one of my mistakes was, well, my main mistake was not looking at Bitcoin when I decided to close out early on Mara. So we did close out on a small loss on Mara. That was the only loss we had so far this week. I think we only had like 1 or 2 losses last week. So yeah, losses happen, guys. It's no trader, no matter who you follow, they're not going to perfect every single trade, but losses happen. But this was just such a simple mistake that I made. I did not pay attention to Bitcoin, and I even said it in my last video that Bitcoin was in an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And when Mara pulled this move right here, it started heading down, and everything on the charts on Mara was saying that it will continue down. And yeah, it psyched me out. It broke my ankles. Yeah, all that. And then I thought about it after I closed the trade out, and I signaled to close the trade out. It wasn't a big loss or anything like that. It shouldn't have, unless you like bought like tons of contracts or something like that. But regardless, yeah, psyched me out right here, broke my ankles, and I closed out. And then I thought about it after I closed out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't check Bitcoin, because Bitcoin pretty much just trumps any analysis, technical analysis on Mara. Okay, so just because Mara is going down, if Bitcoin is going up, you follow Bitcoin instead. So if we look at Bitcoin, and I said this in the last video, we have an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and this consolidation was beautiful. Okay, it was so beautiful, and I was bullish on Bitcoin the whole time, and I did not check on the pattern. Okay, so that was me. That was completely a stupid mistake right there, and it happens. You're not gonna perfect. You're not gonna be perfect in this game. Yeah. So look at this nice inverse head and shoulders pattern, consolidation, 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 and then it finally breaks out, and my feelings were kind of hurt. And I'm not even an emotional trader, but I was like, oh my gosh, that could have been another win to the books. I just gave myself and members an L for no reason at all. But we made it back, believe it or not, because right before market close, Mara was at like $53, like literally 53, high 52, and I signaled for a $55 call on Mara October 22nd plus 2 contracts. No, I did not FOMO in. I saw the breakout on the head and shoulders pattern, and yeah, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Okay, so this wasn't a FOMO move or anything like that. And as you guys can see, we are up on Mara. Okay, so we got in at $53, like pretty much flat, high 52s at most, and boom, easy money. Okay, so we're currently up on this play $53, and we're up like 20% on the play, 25% on the play. Okay, so yeah, so final play is Starbucks. Okay, so Starbucks has earnings next week, and there was a lot of where's Starbucks? I need to cut my watch list down. I really do. I got too much on my watch list, and I don't even watch a lot of these things. Okay, so Starbucks has earnings next week. And if you know Starbucks typically almost always beats earnings. Okay, like almost all the time. Okay, so that's what I'm looking forward to. There was a lot of buying pressure towards the end of the day, so that was a good sign. Again, there's a lot of technical analysis that's showing bearish patterns coming into the market. So I won't be surprised. Again, like I said, tomorrow could be a bearish day, and then we continue back up to the upside come Thursday or tomorrow evening. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. I can be completely wrong. I'm not an oracle, but so far we've been pretty much on point with where the market is going. Okay, but Starbucks typically always beats earnings, and I really saw a lot of buying pressure towards the end of the day. Like literally right before it closed, there were so many buyers, just a lot of buyers coming in for whatever reason. I like how I just switched charts on you guys without like no warning at all. But yeah, so Starbucks, we did a 115 call for October 29th next week. And yeah, so I saw this huge. First off, we had this inverse head and shoulders patterns. If you haven't figured it out by now, I love inverse head and shoulders patterns. I love head and shoulders patterns in general. Okay, they're my money makers. Okay, so I just know how to play them really good. Okay, so reverse head and shoulders pattern broke the neckline easy right here. It broke the neckline, and then we just continued up on Starbucks. However, I was looking for a break of 114. So if we do, so I do have a stop loss at 25% if we just so happen to fail this trade, and then we'll re-enter. But I think Starbucks is going to be fine. Okay, huge price rejection here. And again, inverse head and shoulders pattern successful. We just need. I'm just looking for a break of 114. That way, that can confirm my thoughts on Starbucks. Will further help confirm my thoughts on Starbucks. And today, like recently, as of recently, Starbucks just has not been moving much. Okay, so I do think this is going to be a good trade. Again, 115 call for October 29th and 60% gains I'm looking at, and we'll see. Okay, so we'll see about Starbucks, and I did signal it in the group as well. So there you go. 5 contracts. That's just how much I believe that this play is going to take off, that Starbucks is going to take off. Um, yeah. Okay, so this is a bear flag, which I'm again, if it doesn't do 3 touches, I'm not too much worried about it. Not only that, but typically, flags typically do these fake out moves before they confirm a downwards move or an upwards move. So I'm fine. I'm not worried about it. I've played this plenty of times, and yeah. So other than that, I believe that's it. Okay, so if we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is just absolute monster right now, and we got price rejection happening. So I do think Bitcoin is going to continue and try to hit that 70K mark, like I said, towards the end of October. Okay, Tesla has earnings tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that. Yeah, so tomorrow's going to be very interesting, guys. But other than that, that is pretty much all I have. Okay, so if you like this content, if you want me to go over more stocks, my thoughts on stocks and things like that, whatever stock you may be interested in, even if it's crypto, I know everybody's crazy about Shiba Inu and all that stuff. So I make videos on that sometimes. So if you're interested in that stuff, like, subscribe, comment, and until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace.